Jai Hind everyone. So this is the first lecture of the AFCAT exam prep playlist. In this video, we are going to discuss the ratio and proportion topic. So in the past 5 years papers, I have noticed that the questions arise from the this topic, which is ratio and proportion, is of 9 types. So one by one, we are going to discuss these 9 types, and we are going to solve 2 to 3 problems of each of these this type. And in the next video, we're going to solve some more problems on these topics. And after that, we will take the previous year questions of the AFCAT examination. So let us start the lecture. And so these are the topics which came in the AFCAT examination. First is the questions based on proportion, then to find the proportional numbers, to find the value of the ratio, then based on the questions based on addition and subtraction, based on numbers, combined or partial ratio, based on division, coins, gain and expense. So these are the 9 types on which the questions has arisen in the questions has come in the previous AFCAT examination. So one by one, we are going to discuss these topics by taking 2 to 3 questions of each. So let us start. So this is the question of our first part, questions based on proportion. In this, the question is given that what number will come in place of question mark. So in this first part is given that 3:5 proportional 21 is to question mark. So we need to find this value. What value will come in place of this question mark. So for that, we are going to solve this. Solution first. In this, it is given that 3:5 proportional 21 is to question mark. So we can write this as 3/5 is equals to, proportional means equals to, 21 by x. We have taken this value as x. So to find out x, what we'll do, first we will cross multiply this. So we will get 3x is equals to 21 into 5. Then from here we will get the x value, 21 into 5 divided by 3. 3 sevens are 21, 7 fives are 35. So the value in place of question mark is 35. Now let us take the second part. It is given as that 1.2 is to 3.5 proportional question mark ratio 14. So here we'll again we are going to take this value as x. So we can write this question as 1/2 divided by 3.5 ratio 3.5. In place of proportional, we'll write equals to. Then we will take question mark as x, then ratio 14. Now again we will cross multiply this. So we are getting the x value is equals to 1.2 into 14 divided by 3.5, right? So now if we'll cancel this, so 3.5 into 4 is equals to 14. So 12 fours are 48, means 4.8. So this x value is going to be 4.8. Now let us take another part, which is 4.5 is to question mark proportional 9 is to 2.6, right? So again we will write this in the similar manner. In place of this question mark, we will write x, then in place of proportional equals to, then 9 by 2.6, and again we are going to cross multiply this. So we will get 4.5 into 2.6 is equals to 9x, and for calculating x value, we will get 4.5 into 2.6 divided by 9. So this will be 2 and this will be 1.3. So x value we are getting as 1.3. Now let us solve another part, which is question mark is to 9 proportional 1 is to 4.5. So again we will take this question mark value as x. So we are getting x by 9 is equals to 1 by 4.5. Again we are going to cross multiply this. So we are getting 4.5x is equals to 9. from here we will get the x value as 2. Okay, so this we have solved the first part of the first pattern question, which is questions based on proportion, right? So this let's move to the second pattern, which is to find proportional number. So the first question we are given with is find the fourth proportional of 6, 5 and 21. So the fourth proportional for 6, 5 and 21 is it is given as in the form of 6 is to 5 proportional 21 is to x, right? So it is always in the form of a is to b proportional c is to d, right? So our fourth proportional is this d value. So let us find this. So again we have assumed it as x. So we need to find this x. Again we will write this in the form of this, in the form of ratio 6 upon 5 is equals to 21 upon x. So again we will cross multiply this. 6x is equals to 21 into 5, and from here x we will get as 21 into 5 divided by 6. It will not go directly, so it will write 2 and 7, then 2.5. So 25 8s are 200 and 175. So 17.5 we are getting, right? And this is the first part. So we are moving towards the second part. Third of 3, 4, 8 means we need to find the third proportional of 3, 4, 8. So what is our third proportional? Third proportional is this c value. So we need to find this c value. So the question is given us in the form of 3 is to 4 proportional x is to 8, right? So we need to find this x value again. So we are finding this x value. For finding this, we will again write this in the form of 3 is to 4 is equals to x by 8, right? Then again we will cross multiply this. So x will be is equals to 3 into 8 divided by 4. We will cancel out these. 3 2s are 6. So 6 will be our x value, right? Now let's move towards the third part. Our third part says that we need to find the second proportional of 48 and 7. So our second proportional is this b value. So we need to find this b value. So we will write 40 is to x proportional 8 is to 7, right? So again we will write this in the form of 40 by x is equals to 8 by 7. So for finding again this x value, we need to cross multiply this. So we will get 40 into 7 divided by 8 is equals to x, right? 8 5s are 40, then 7 5s are 35. So we are getting x value as 35. Now let us move again towards the another example. It is given that we need to find the first proportional of 8, 5 and 2.5. So we need to find the first proportional. So our first proportional is this a value. So we need to find this a value. So let us take this a as x by x is to 8 proportional 5 is to 2.5, right? So again we will write this in this form. X by 8 is equals to 5 by 2.5. And if we will cancel out these here, then 8 to the 16, x value we are getting as 16, right? So we have find this to find the proportional number. So this is the example for this second part. Now let us move towards the another part. So let us move towards the another example. Another pattern means, so another pattern is to find the value of ratio. To find the value of ratio. So if the question is given like this, if x is to y, x is to y is given as that 4 is to 5, then we need to find the value of 5x minus 3y is to 6x plus 3y. So it is simple that we need to put, for solving this first value, this first part, we will take x as 4 and this y as 5. So we will take x as 4 and this y as 5. If we put this x and y value in this expression, so we will get this value. So let us put this. We'll get 5 fours are 20 minus 3y means 515 divided by 6 fours are 24 plus 3 fives are 15. So we'll get 5 by 24, 29, 39. 5 by 39 as this answer. And for the second part, we will get, we are given that P by Q is equals to 2 by 3 means P value is 2 and Q value is 3. So if we put these values in this expression, we will get the answer. So let us take this. 4P means 4 to the 8 minus 2Q means 3 to the 6 divided by 3P means 3 to the 6 plus 2Q means 2 3 the 6. So we are getting 2 by 12, 1 by 6. Right? So this is the solution for this pattern question. Now let us move towards the another question, another pattern. So let us move towards the another pattern, which is questions based on addition and subtraction. So in this we are getting the first equation as, first question is how much will less each term of 17 is to 19 that it will be 5 is to 7. So let us solve this first problem. So the question is asking us that what we will subtract from this 17 is to 19 that the ratio will become 5 is to 7. So we need to find what. So for finding the what, we will take that what value as x. So 17 is to 19 means 17 by 19 minus x. We are subtracting x value from both so that we are getting the ratio as 5 is to 7, right? So we need to find the x value, we will cross multiply this. So we'll find 17 7 into 17 minus x is equals to 5 into 19 minus x, right? So now we will multiply this by inner values. We will I'll take this positive value here, so it will become negative 119 minus 95. Then this minus value is already over here. Then if this value will go towards another side of the equals to, then it will become positive. So we are getting 1199 minus 5 is 4, then 11 minus 9 is 2 and 2x. So we are getting the x value as 12, right? So if we will subtract 12 from 17 and 19, then we will get the ratio as 5 is to 7, right? So next, let us move towards the another question. We are given with two quantities are in ratio 2 is to 3. Each quantity is decreased by 5. It makes the ratio as 3 is to 5. Find the smaller quantity. So we are given with these two quantities, which is 2 and 3, right? And if we will decrease 5 from each of them, each of these values, then the ratio we are getting is 3 is to 5. So we need to find the smaller quantity, means this 2, because 2 is smaller. So we need to find this value. So let us take that the quantities are in ratio 2 is to 3. So let us take this as 2x and 3x. So 2x by 3x. Each quantity is decreased by 5. So we will decrease it by 5. And then it makes the ratio as 3 is to 5. So we are getting the ratio as 3 is to 5. Right? Now we will cross multiply this to find the value of x. So we are getting 5 multiplied by 2x minus 5 is equals to 3 multiplied by 3x minus 5. 5 2s are 10x minus 5 5s are 25 is equals to 9x minus 3 5s are 15. Now if we will take this positive value here, then it will become negative. So we will get 10x minus 9x. And here we are having already this negative value. And if we will take this negative value towards the other side of the equals to, then it will become positive. And 10x minus 9x is x is equals to this, we will get 10. So the x value we are getting is 10, right? Now the question asked us to find the smaller quantity. So the smaller quantity is, if the x value is 10, then we will get this smaller quantity is equals to 2x, and we are having this x value, so it will be 2 into 10, which is 20. So 20 will be our answer, right? Yes. Now let us move towards the another pattern, which is questions based on number. So in this, the first question which is given to us is three numbers are in ratio 10 is to 15 is to 24. If their sum is 98, then we need to find the greatest number. So the greatest number will be this 24. So for finding this greatest number, and another thing we are given with is the sum of these, right? So if we'll take this as uh, we can solve this in two patterns. The first pattern is, firstly we need to take this as 10x, 15x and 24x. So we'll take this as 10x plus 15x plus 24x, and this their sum value is given us, so we will take this as 98. And if we will sum this, we will get 49x is equals to 98, and then we will take this 98 by 49. So the x value we're getting is 2. So we need to find the greatest number. So greatest number is 24. So the 24 into 2 we will get as 48. So 48 will be our greatest number. Another pattern for solving this question can be, firstly we need to find this. So we need to memorize one formula for solving this. So if we were solving this first question, in this we need to solve this question by memorizing this formula. Greatest number is equals to sum of the ratio into the greatest ratio divided by sum of these divided by the sum of the ratio, right? So sum is already given to us, which is 98 on the in the question. Greatest number is 24 and the sum of the ratio is 49. So we will find the greatest number by putting the values in this formula. So sum, it is given as 98 into greatest number is 24 divided by sum of ratios is 49, right? So we'll get this 2, then 24 into 2, it will give us as 48. So our greatest number will be 48, right? Now let us move towards the second question. It is given that 25% of a number is 20% of another number. Find the ratio between two numbers. So it is quite simple question. It is given that, let us assume in the question it is given that there are two numbers. So we will take first number as x, second number as y, right? So it is given that 25% of x is equals to 20% of y, right? 25, this percentage sign, if we'll remove this percentage sign, it will come in our denominator. It will divide it by 100. Of is replaced by into, then x is equals to, again here the same thing, 20, then percentage, it will become 20 by 100. Then if we'll cut this off, then we will get into, then y, right? Now if we'll do cross multiply, we'll simply cancel out these 100 values because they are apart from each other, and equal to sign is there from in between them. And we'll directly cancel this by 5, by the table of 5 we'll get. So we are getting 5x is equals to 4y. If we will take this x upon y value, then we will get, if we will cross multiply this, then we will get 4 upon 5 as our ratio, right? So this is our ratio. So now we will move towards the another pattern. So in this pattern we will need to find the combined ratio and partial ratio, right? In this, the first question is given as that if x is to y is 2 is to 3 and y is to z is 2 is to 1, then we need to find the x is to y is to z, right? So for this, we are having one formula, which is if x is to y is equals to a is to b, right? And y is to z is equals to m is to m is to n. Then if we need to find the x is to y is to z value, then it will be m into a is to m into b is to n into b. So this will be the formula. This is very simple to memorize. You can memorize it very easily. So if we need to calculate this x is to y is to z, then we are having this formula m into a, then n into a, then n into b, right? So this is our formula. So now let us apply this formula in this question. We are having this if x is to y is 2 is to 3. So if x is to y is equals to 2 is to 3, and it is given that y is to z is 2 is to 1. Y is to z is equals to 2 is to 1, right? Then we need to calculate x is to y is to z. So what formula we are having? We need to multiply this m into a, then 2 into 2 is 4, is to m into b, 2 into 3 is 6, then this n into b, which is 1 into 3 is 3. So this is the ratio of x is to y is to z. It is not getting cancelled out, it is not getting simplified, so we will not simplify it. So this is our final answer of this first question. And let us solve this second question. It is given us that if p is to q is 2 is to 4, q is to r is 1 is to 3, r is to s is 2 is to 3, then we need to find the ratio between p is to s, right? So it is given us that p is to q is equals to 2 is to 4, q is to r is equals to 1 is to 3, r is to s is equals to 2 is to 3. Then we need to find p is to s, right? So for that, we need to calculate the ratios of p is to q is to r is to s. So for calculating that, we will again apply this part in this with this formula. So we are having p. So for this, we need to first calculate the value of a is to b is to c, which is p is to q is to r. Then we will calculate the p is to q is to r is to s. Then, so how we will calculate this? If a is to b is to c is the ratio of p is to q is to r, and r is to s is the ratio is equals to m is to n, then we will calculate this m into a, m into b, then m into c, then n into c, right? So what formula we are having? M into a, m into b, m into c, then n into c, right? This is the same thing we are getting, we were doing that here, right? So for that, firstly we need to find the ratio between p is to q is to r. So for that, what we will do, we'll apply the same portion. So p is to q is to r. So for this is our m, a, b, this is our n. So m into a, which is 2, is to m into b, which is 4, then n into b, which is 3 4s are 12. So this is our ratio. It is getting simplified, so we'll simplify this. 1 is to 2 is to 6. This is the final ratio we are getting between p is to q is to r. Then for finding the ratio between r is to s, what we will do, r is to s is given us that 2 is to 3. So this is our m, this is our n, this is our a, b and c. So applying this in this form, in this formula, what we will get, m into a, which is 2 into 1 is 2, is to m into b, means 2 into 2 is 4, then m into c, which is 2 into 6 is 12, then 3 is to 6. 3 into 6. N into C, which is 3 into 6. 6 3s are 18. So it is getting simplified. So we'll simplify it as 1 is to 2 is to 6 is to 9. Right? So this is our ratio between P is to Q is to R is to S. P is to Q is to R is to S. Now the question asked us to find the ratio between P is to S. So P is to S will be 1 is to 9. Right? So this will be our answer for this. Now let us move towards the another pattern of the question, which is question based on division. So for this, if we will solve this first question, which is rupees 2400 is divided among Sony, Moni and Tony in ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. Who gained maximum amount? So we are given with the ratios and the total amount. So I have told you the pattern for solving this kind of question. Firstly, we will take this 2x plus 3x plus 5x is equals to 2400 is given to us. So we'll firstly add these. So we'll get 10x is equals to 2400. Then x is equals to 240 we'll get. Now what question it has asked us, who gained maximum amount? So maximum amount is given by is gained by this 5x. So 5 into x is equals to 5 into 240. 1200. 1200 will be the amount which is gained by third person, which is Tony. Right? Now let us move towards the another question, which is it is given that rupees 3500 is divided in ABC such that A is to B is 5 is to 4 and B is to C is 3 is to 2. Find share of B. So it is given us that A is to B is 5 is to 4 and B is to C is 3 is to 2. So firstly we need to find the ratio between A is to B is to C. So for that what we will do, the previous pattern, we will apply the formula for the previous pattern. So A is to B is given to us, which is 5 is to 4 and B is to C is given to us, which is 3 is to 2. Right? So this is our A, this is B, this is M, this is N. M into A, M into B, then N into B. Right? So A is to B is to C is equals to 3 into 5, 3 5 is 15. Then is to 3 is to 4, 3 into 4 which is 12, then 2 is to 4 which is 8. So this is not simplifying. So our ratio between A is to B is to C is 15 is to 12 is to 8. Now what we need to find is find the share of B. Right? So for that, firstly we need to find the value of X. So for that what we will do, we will firstly add these 15x plus 12x plus 8x is equals to, it is given as that 3500 amount is divided. Right? So what will get this sum? 17, 27, 35. From here we will get the x value as 3500. X value is 3500 by 350. 35, sorry. So if we will divide this, we will get x value as 100. Now what we'll need to find? We need to find the share of B. So the share of B is 12. So what we'll do? We'll multiply 12 by x. So which is 12 into 100, which is equals to 1200. So the share of B is rupees 1200. Right? Now let us move towards the another pattern of the question, which is questions based on coins. So for this we need to first take the get the values of the amount. So 1 rupees is equals to 1 rupee, right? 50 paise is equals to 1 by 2 rupees, and 25 paise is equals to 1 by 4 rupees, and 10 paise is equals to 1 by 10 rupees. Right? So we need to memorize this in our brain. Right? So let us solve this first question, which says that a bag contains rupees 1, 50 paise and 25 paise coins in the ratio of 1 is to 4 is to 4. Then if total amount is rupees 200, find number of coins of 25 paise. Right? So firstly, uh, it is given us that the rupees 1 is to 50 paise is to 25 paise are in ratio 1 is to 4 is to 4, right? So what we'll do, we'll take these values as x. So x is to 4x is to 4x, right? Now rupees 1 value, I have told you that rupees 1 value is equals to rupees 1. So we will take x as it is, right? Now rupees 50 paise is equals to 1 by 2 rupees of is equals to 1 by 2 rupees. Now 25 paise is equals to 1 by 4 rupees of 4x, right? So what is given to us that bag, the total amount present in that bag is rupees 200. So what we'll do, x plus 1 by 2 into 4x plus 1 by 4 into 4x is equals to 200. Now from here we will calculate the value of x, right? So firstly we will cancel out these 2, then this, then we are getting x plus 2x plus x is equals to 200. We are getting 4x is equals to 200, then x is equals to 200 by 4, which is 50. So the value we are getting of x is 50. Now what is asked from us in the question? The question has asked that find the number of coins of 25 paise. So 25 paise is this 4x. So we need to multiply this x value with 4. X into 4 is equals to 200. So we are having 200 coins of 25 paise. 200 coins of of 25 paise in that bag, right? So this is our solution for the first question. Now let us move towards the second question. Our second question is telling us that in a bag rupees 1, 50 paise and 25 paise coins are there in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 8, and the total value present in that bag is rupees 150. So now we need to find the number of coins of 1 rupee, rupees 1, right? So it is given us that the coins are in ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 8, which are rupees 1, which are of rupees 1 is to 50 paise is to 25 paise, right? So again we will solve this question with the same manner, and the total amount present in that bag is rupees 150, right? So we'll take 4x is to 3x is to 8x, right? And this 4x value is of rupees 1, so it will remain as 4x only. Then this 50 paise value will get 1 by 2 rupees of 3x. Then this 25 paise value, then we will get 1 by 4 value of rupees 8x. 1 by 4 value of 8x. Now their sum is equals to 150, right? So what we will do, we will firstly we'll take cancel out these, then we'll take the LCM. So what we're getting is 4x plus 3x by 2 plus 2x is equals to 150, right? Now we will take the LCM, so we will get 8x plus 3x plus 4x is equals to 150 all divided by 2, right? So we'll cross multiply this, then we are getting 8x plus 3x plus 4x is equals to 150 into 2 is equals to 300. Then 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 4 is 15. Then 15x is equals to 300. Then x is equals to 300 divided by 15. We'll get 20. So x is equals to 20. We are getting the x value. Now what we need to find, the question has asked us to find number of rupees 1 coins. So number of rupees 1 coins, which is in the ratio of 4x. So we are having the value of x. Now we will multiply this 4 into this x value, which is 4 into 20 is equals to 80. So 80 coins of rupees 1 is present in that bag, right? So now let us move towards the last pattern of our question, which is questions based on income and expense. So our question is given that income of two men are in ratio 5:3 and their expense are in ratio 9:5. If they save rupees 1300 and rupees 900 monthly, then find annual incomes. So there we are having that their their incomes are in ratio 5:3. 5 solution is of first question. 5:3, right? And if they save rupees 1300 and rupees 900, means first person is saving rupees 1300 and second person is saving rupees 900 monthly, then their expense are in ratio 9:5. Their expense are in ratio 9:5. So how we will write this as, suppose their income is 5x, the first person's income is 5x and he saves rupees 1300 monthly. The second person's income is 3x and he saves rupees 900 monthly. And after saving, their expense are in ratio of 9:5. Right? Are in ratio of 9:5. So now we will calculate this x value by cross multiplying this. So we will get 25. So we will get 5 into 5x minus 1300 is equals to 9 into 3x minus 900. Then 25x minus 13 6500 is equals to 9 3 is 27x minus 9 9 is 8100. Right? Now we will calculate this. Let us take this plus 27 towards another side of the equals to. So we are having 25x minus 27x equals to minus 8100. This minus value will go to the another side of the equals to, then it will become positives plus 6500, right? So this will give us as minus 2x is equals to minus 0 0 11 5 6 then 7 6 1600, and we'll cancel out these minus values from both the side, and x value we are getting as 1600 divided by 2 as 800, right? So the income, the monthly income of the first person is 5x, which is 5 into 800, 8 5s of 40, which is 4000 rupees, right? And the monthly income of the second person is 3x, which is 3 into 800, 8 3s are 24, which is 2400. Now the question has asked us to find the annual income, annual income of their of person A and B. So these are the monthly incomes. For annual income, person A is having the monthly income of 4000 rupees. 4000 into 12, 12 fours are 48,000. Means the monthly income of the person A is for 48,000 rupees, 48,000, and monthly income of the person B is 2400 into 12. 12 fours are 40, 12, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28,800 rupees. Right? So these are the annual income of person A and person B. Right? So now let us move towards the another solution of the second question. The second question asks us as the sum of A's income and B's income is rupees 3000. A expends 60% of 60%, and B expends 75% of own income. If they save if they save in the ratio of 4:3, then find B's income, right? So from question we can assume that A expends 60% of his own salary. Then what amount he saves? He saves 40% of A's salary, and B expends 75% of his own salary, then he saves 25% of B's salary, right? And their savings, the ratio of their saving is given to us, which is 4:3, right? So we will say that 40% of A's salary, which is X, is equals to 4, and 40% of B's salary, which is equals to 3, right? So we will write this, we can write this in 25%. Here it is 25%. So we can write this as 40% into A is to 25% into B, percent is replaced by this, is equals to 4:3, right? So we can write this as a 40 by 100 into A's salary upon 25 by 100 into B's salary is equals to in the ratio of 4/3, right? Now we will cancel out these, and this by 5 table, 5 5s are and 8s are. So 8 by 5 into A into B is equals to 4/3. Now A by B is equals to 4 into 5 by 3 into 8. 5 4s are 20 by 8 3s are 24. We are getting the ratio of 5/6. 5/6. So A's salary and B's salary are in ratio 5:6, and the total amount is given to us. The total amount was rupees 3,000. So 5x plus 6x is equals to rupees 3,000. 11x is equals to rupees 3,000. So x is going to be is equals to 3,000 divided by 11. Let us take this as 3,300. So we will get the value as 300, right? So x value is rupees 300. Now the A's salary will be equals to 5x, means 5 3s are 1,500, and B's salary will be 6 3s are 1,800. If we will sum these, we will get rupees 3,300 as our output. Right. So these are the 9 patterns of the questions which we are going to solve in our next video. In our next video, we'll solve more questions on this. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching till here. Thank you.